As we get into the Advent devotional today, before we read, this one is also a little bit difficult, like some of the devotionals that we've had in the past. But here's Bonhoeffer's main idea, and then I want to read this so that we could hear it in his words. But his main idea is that Jesus became human so that we could become human. And you might think of that as a ridiculous idea. Like, of course, we're already human, right? But what he means is the human beings that we were intended to be at the creation of the world. So for instance, you have Adam and Eve, right? And they sinned and gave up the ultimate human position, what the ultimate of what humans could be and should be. They gave that up when they allowed sin to enter into their lives and into the world. And they became less than human because they were controlled by the beast of sin. God recognizes this, and this is what Jesus coming does for us too, is that it makes us truly human. That it gives us the ability to conquer sin so that we could go back to that state of Adam and Eve. I know that might sound crazy, but Paul also recognized this in 1 Corinthians 15. He said, "For in Adam all die." In other words, through original sin, through Adam, everyone dies. But in Christ, all are made alive. In other words, Jesus is this new Adam. And it's not just that God became human, just for the sake of becoming human. He became human so that we can become the true humans that God wanted us to be. So let's get into Bonhoeffer's devotional, because that's the main theme of today. The figure of Jesus Christ takes shape in human beings. Human beings do not take on an independent form of their own. Rather, what gives them form and maintains them in their new form is always and only the figure of Jesus Christ himself. It is therefore not an imitation, not a reputation of its form, but their own form that takes shape in human beings. Human beings are not transformed into a form that is foreign to them, nor into the form of God, but into their own form, a form that belongs to them and is essential to them. Human beings become human because God became human. But human beings do not become God. They could not and cannot bring about that change in their form. But God himself changes his form into human form so that human beings, though not becoming God, can become human. See how it gets tricky? In Christ, the form of human beings before God was created anew. I want you to get that because that's so important. In Christ, the form of human beings was created anew. It was not a matter of place, of time, of climate, of race, or of the individual society, of religion, or of taste, but rather a question of the life of humanity itself that recognized in Christ its image and its hope. What happened to Christ happened to humanity. The whole idea is that we are made new in Christ, into the new humans that God always intended us to be. And he invites you into that. This Advent season, as we're waiting for Christmas Day, God invites you in to becoming a brand new type of human with him. He will transform you. He will change you, but you have to let him in.